Looking at all the detrimental effects of biofilms either in human diseases or in environmental issues, one should also know how biofilms can be eradicated or we can completely prevent biofilm formation. So, here are some ways in which we can prevent biofilm formation. One aspect which has been explored by scientists is the use of anti-quorum sensing agents. As I had mentioned in the steps of biofilm formation, quorum sensing or cell-to-cell communication is a very essential part of the cells coming together and forming microcolonies inside the biofilm. This cell-to-cell communication can be prevented by agents which are grouped as anti-quorum sensing agents. This is almost like saying that you nip it at the bud and prevent the biofilm formation. Biofilm formation can also be prevented by enzymes that can prevent EPS formation. It can also be prevented by using surfaces that will prevent the addition of the microorganisms right at the first step. In implants, many scientists have come up with surfaces that can prevent the binding of the microorganisms right at the reversible phase itself. Another interesting phenomena that can be explored for preventing biofilm formation is using bacteriophage therapy. People are exploring this as a preventive therapy even in diseases where bacteriophages that will otherwise not affect us can be used in destroying the bacterial population. Prevention of biofilm formation can be one method of making sure that the detrimental effects of biofilms are not seen, but sometimes it is essential even to eradicate preformed biofilms and treat infections or overcome problems like corrosion. What can be used to destroy or eradicate biofilms? It is difficult to do so because percolation of substances through the biofilm is very difficult, as we have seen that the EPS matrix does not allow diffusion of substances easily through it. Eradication therefore involves more vigorous treatments like use of enzymes that can degrade the extrapolymeric substance that is actually forming the 3D matrix of the biofilm. One can also use compounds like antimicrobial peptides or chelating agents to eradicate biofilms. One study has demonstrated that D-amino acids can be used to eradicate biofilms. Another important area which has been explored by scientists is the use of phytochemicals. Various phytochemicals that form the basis of traditional medicinal systems have been explored for their ability to prevent or to eradicate biofilms. Several medications that are used traditionally in all different traditional medicinal systems have been explored, and their use is being tried out in several ways to eradicate biofilms or also coating them on implants to prevent biofilm formation. All this while we have talked about the detrimental effects of biofilms. Let us also look at where biofilms can be beneficial to us. One of the first point that is mentioned here is the beneficial effects of biofilm formers on plants. It has been observed that a lot of bacteria that are capable of producing plant growth promoters can form biofilms on the surface of the roots. This way, they help in plant growth promotion and also can help in nutrient acquisition for the plant. Biofilms that are formed on plants can also help protect the plant from phytopathogens. It has been observed that many of these organisms that can form biofilms on plant roots produce antifungal substances and prevent fungal plant pathogens. Another area where scientists have explored and also applied biofilm forming bacteria for our benefit is the area of bioremediation. A lot of these organisms that can form biofilms even on plant surfaces can be explored for bioremediation of heavy metals. Such bacteria also have been coated and grown on artificial surfaces to treat wastewaters consisting of high quantities of heavy metals. Biofilm formers are also useful in wastewater treatment. During the secondary step of wastewater treatment, like the use of trickling filters, it is the biofilms that form on the trickling filters that actually aid in removal of organic matter from the wastewater. So, this reduction in BOD is primarily because of these biofilm bacteria that are formed on the trickling filters. Scientists have also explored the ability of microorganisms to form coatings on surfaces and prevent corrosion, that is, the use of beneficial microbes on the surfaces such that those causing corrosion cannot colonize on the surface. Biofilm forming bacteria have also been explored for their bioleaching properties. We all know that microbial leaching is one very important area that can be explored for leaching out metals from low caliber ores. Microorganisms that are capable of forming biofilms can be used in the heap form of bioleaching. Biofilms are a form of immobilized structures. So, if microbial biofilms are formed on pipelines and these immobilized structures can be used, biofilm forming bacteria can also be explored as immobilized cell structures. Biofilm reactors are based on this property of microorganisms of forming biofilms which are immobilized structures and which can be used for various kinds of bioreactive processes. Microbial biofilms also can be used as a property for developing microbial biosensors which will allow different flow systems to detect quantities of substances at micro levels. In this module, to summarize, we have looked at the detrimental and the beneficial effects of biofilms. Amongst the detrimental effects of biofilms, we have emphasized on the clinical biofilms, the role of biofilm forming bacteria in implant based infections, the consequences and the organisms that can cause these biofilms. We have also looked at methods that can be used to prevent or eradicate biofilms caused on such implants, and we have also looked at the beneficial effects of biofilms that can be explored and have been explored by mankind for his benefit.